We've got 82.2 on screen right now, this flashy colored chromed up one. The 82s are sired by Dash 8. Of course, at this point in the sales season, hopefully if you followed along, we've talked about Dash 8 at length. He's the Stay Classy Blind Luck Verbatim Roxy board that's at SGI now that Hilty bred. The bottom side of the 82s is where some of the intrigue comes in it for me anyway. This is 7-7 on the bottom side. She's a Goosebumps. A year ago at Houston, she would have had our favorite pig. He was at Trenches out of that particular sow. He stood second in the heavyweight Hampshires. She had a spring litter that was very good a year ago, and those were good pigs. The sow continues to surface and continues to do a good job. She's a Goosebumps. Isaac, actually, on the bottom side goes back to a sow from Kirk Swanson. So this is 82.2. He's a Dash 8 Goosebumps. I'll let Boots tell you what he thinks.
Yeah, to be honest with you, this one has been kind of a personal favorite amongst the group so far, and everything Jesse rattled off there on the Dash 8, the feedable upside in the feed and kind of look that those pigs generally have early. I think this one encompasses all the reasons why those pigs have fed very well for us. His skeleton is so good. He's so relaxed in his shoulder, but still has great height and look up front, and his mobility and just his feedable look is ultimately what's going to grab my personal preference here. Then you kind of mentioned the bottom side of his pedigree, and that pig at Houston was probably not the most bloomy one early, but whenever he showed as a big one, he was an absolute mammoth. And these things out of that sow will get stout, and they will chub, and they'll flesh. And when you can see this one kind of go across the screen here and his added look, and then kind of knowing what they'll do on the bottom side feeding here, man, I think this one's an incredible prospect, and to me, one that easily looks like he still fits that traditional state fair window in terms of his added length and extension and your ability to feed just a little bit harder here. 82.2, I think, for that middle August and maybe just a little bit later on if circumstances change, I think is a very, very good pig.